Hey friends, are you ready to hear some great news about the Punta Gorda real estate market? 2025 is here and things are already heating up. After a slow 2024, we're finally seeing buyer confidence surge, sparking a much more exciting and active market. Now, if you've been waiting for the right time to make your move, this could be it. I'm Cessna, your Punta Gorda real estate agent, and I'm here to help you cut through the noise and stay ahead in this evolving market. Let's dive into the key trends and opportunities shaping Punta Gorda real estate in 2025. Now, some of the key questions that we're going to be answering today: how has the new year shifted home prices and buyer activity? Are we seeing a return to a more balanced market after 2024? What are interest rates doing and how does that impact your buying power? Should you take action now or is it better to wait? So why does this year feel different? 2024 was a year of hesitation for many buyers and sellers, but 2025 brings a renewed sense of optimism. Following the election, I've noticed an increase in activity. More buyers and sellers are reaching out ready to take the next step. Now, this is your chance to make bold moves in a market that's coming back to life. So whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating, the opportunities this year are exciting, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. So go ahead and schedule a consultation with me today. Just click the link in the description, call or text. Let's create a tailored plan to help you achieve your real estate goals in 2025. Here's something special for you. Get access to the exclusive Punta Gorda Buyer's Guide, your one-stop resource for everything you need to know about buying in Punta Gorda. Download it today and take the first step toward making your real estate dreams a reality. Here's to a successful and exciting 2025 in Punta Gorda real estate. Ready to dive into the numbers and uncover the opportunities ahead? Let's go. Welcome to the Punta Gorda market update for January 2025. We've got a lot of great information to unpack. This is the single family homes market update for the Punta Gorda area. We're going to look back at the month of December to see how the year finished out. Then we're going to go back 90 days to September 2024. And then we're going to go back an entire year to December 2023. We're going to compare the numbers to see where we've come from and the direction that we are heading. I'm excited to get this unpacked. We do have a lot of buyer confidence entering the market. I've seen a lot of action, getting some phone calls, emails, all kinds of great stuff since the election has completed and people are ready to jump in and find that winter oasis. First up, we're going to look at market indicators. Inventory. This is how many homes are currently available on the market for sale right now. This shows us the supply. Then we're going to look at median price point. What are homes actually selling for in the Punta Gorda area? 50% of the homes are above this amount, 50% of the homes are below this amount. Days on the market. This is all about demand. How many days are homes sitting on the market before going under contract? And then closed sales. How many homes are actually being sold here in the area? So we're gonna look at the closed sale number. We're gonna go back over the last year as well and take a look at that going forward. Now, I believe that we are gonna see these closed sales start to increase. We may see a bit of a bump in next month in January because we see fewer homes typically go under contract in the month of December, but we're going to follow those along and get some good information for you. First up is active inventory. Currently, December 2024, we had 922 homes currently available in the city of Punta Gorda. That's a lot of homes available. That's more than we've had available probably ever in this area. So 922 homes currently available. That includes all homes active. We had September 2024, we had 741 homes available. December 2023, 747 homes available. Now, for a neutral market, we probably want to see anywhere from 600 to 700 homes available. Once you get to the 922, that's a pretty high number, but here's the explanation for that. As you know, if you've lived here for any length of time, the best time to sell your house or to get it on the market is when the most amount of buyers are here. And the most amount of buyers are currently showing up now. They're going to be here around mid-January and the whole way through May. So that's the best time that you have to sell your house to get in front of the most amount of eyeballs. As you can see here, active inventory. Last December, we were just under 750, and then we increased quite a bit as we went into season. And then as season completed out, a lot of that inventory got purchased. We started to drop again into the fall. And then we started to see it ramp up once again, and we're now sitting at 922 current homes available on the market here in the Punta Gorda area. Next up, we have median price point. December 2024, $379,999 for a single family home here in the city of Punta Gorda. Now that's quite a bit lower than we've seen for a while, and we are monitoring this to see what's going on. However, once we typically get into the fall months, November, December, October, when a lot of these homes went under contract, they are priced a little bit lower. We're going to see it start to jump again as we see more and more buyers enter the market. September 2024, we were at 430,000. December 2023, we were at 400,000. As you can see the chart here, where we did jump up a little bit as we went into the snowbird season last year, and then we dropped off a little bit, and then we've continued to drop off throughout the fall. I do expect it to go back up. It'll probably get close to this 400,000 median price point or a little bit higher than that once we get back into February, March, but we're gonna monitor that. Days on the market, December 2024, we had 58 days on the market before homes were going under contract. That was the median time on the market. And that's for houses that were very nice, ready to go, and ready to be sold. So if the houses are something wrong with the house or it's overpriced, then it's going to be sitting on the market longer than the 58 days. September 2024, 49 days on the market. December 2023, we saw 40 days on the market. And as you can see, we're kind of up and down on this one as we go through. We did level out through last season. That seems to be one of the best times to sell, as you know. And then we jumped back up as the buyers started to disappear. Had a really high month here in October, and then we dropped back down last month, and we jumped up a little bit more. I do expect us to continue in this fashion. We'll probably get down to about 50 days on the market over the next few months, but we're going to monitor that and see. Closed sales. So December 2024, we had 123 closed sales in the Punta Gorda area. September 2024, 86 closed sales. In December 2023, 109 closed sales. We actually did better this year than we did in 2023, which surprised me because during the fall, we've actually been dropping quite a bit compared to the numbers last year. But for the month of December, we actually had more sales than the December prior. Now, you know I like to get my numbers out to you as quick as possible. So this 123 number is probably going to jump closer to 140 once all the numbers are in, all the realtors get their numbers or get their sold transactions put into the MLS system. Looking at the chart, closed sales 100 last year. Then in January, we dropped off quite a bit. And that's because not a lot of people are out home shopping in December. Obviously, there are some out there, but we do typically see numbers drop for the January closed sales because those are homes that went under contract in December or the end of November, Thanksgiving time. So are we going to see that same number again? This is about 60 last year. I don't think we're going to get that low. Probably for next month, whenever this market report comes out, we're probably going to be sitting closer to 80 or 90 for January. Although I do know that the buyer confidence did rise, and as soon as the election was over, we did have a lot of buyers start to jump into the market. So I think that's what this 123 is reflecting. And then I think that we'll definitely be close to 100 next month as well. And then once we get into the swing of things into season, we'll be up in the 160, possibly 180 range. Other key numbers to be aware of: sold price per square foot. We had $224 was the median price per square foot. List price received was 97.2%. That means the sellers are negotiating a little bit. They're taking a little bit off the current list price in order to get those sales completed. That number is probably going to jump up as we head into season as well because there will be more buyers here. New listings, 204 new listings for the month of December hit the market here in Punta Gorda. Now that number did decrease just a bit from where it was in November. We actually saw more homes hit the market in November than in December. But where we're going to go for the next month, it'll probably be right around the same amount, maybe a little bit higher than that as we get into January and February. And then months of inventory. This is a good number to be aware of, and it's actually on the lower side. 7.5 months of inventory is currently available. That means if not another new home comes on the market at the current amount of buyers we have buying right now, it'll take 7.5 months to sell out all the houses here in the Punta Gorda area. Now, just to give you some insight onto that one, Cape Coral right now is sitting at close to 10 months, just over 9 months. So the Punta Gorda area might be a little bit tighter here than the Cape Coral area. A lot of great opportunities in both. It is a buyer's market. Anywhere you have between 4 months to 6 months of inventory, that's considered a neutral market. Below 4 months is a seller's market, and above 6 months is a buyer's market. So we are definitely in a buyer's market, and buyers are having a ton of options right now to choose from because there is so much inventory available. However, prices aren't reflecting that, whereas prices aren't dropping as much. And since more and more buyers are going to be coming into the market here in the next few months, I do expect prices to increase just a bit. And by the end of the year, I'm expecting prices to increase by about 3%. Other key numbers to be aware of, economic numbers. You need to know what's happening in the big picture. Inflation's peaked at 9.1% back in June 2022. We're now sitting at 2.7%. I know that the goal for the Federal Reserve is well below 2.5%. We keep flirting with that, but we don't quite get there. So interest rates currently, they're sitting at about 6.99%. Last year in November 2023, actually 2023, a year and a couple months ago, we were at 8.01%. That's kind of the highest that we've been in the last several years. Our target right now, like we keep talking about this, is 6.5%. Once we drop around below 6.5% for any length of time, I believe that that's going to bring a lot of buyers into the market that are sitting on the sidelines. However, with my experience and what I've been seeing over the last year is that more and more buyers are giving up on the idea that interest rates will ever be down around that 4%, 3.5% range. They're accepting the 6.5, 6.8 percentage rate, and they're coming back into the market. Because as you know, it's better to get a great value on a house and refinance down the road than to miss out on the great opportunities available right now. And also, who wants to be sitting up there in the north looking at gray skies, shoveling sidewalks and scraping windshields when you could be down here golfing, enjoying the beach, or just sitting out by the pool? Now, unemployment is at 4.2%, and it's rising, or actually it's not rising, it's staying steady. It did rise a point over last month. It was at 4.1% last month. It's at 4.2% this month. It keeps going up and down right around the high threes and low fours, but we are seeing that remain pretty steady over the last probably 2 years is where that one's been at, right around that 4% mark, which is really healthy for our for unemployment. However, it's not that good for interest rates because as that number stays low, interest rates stay high. So we're going to monitor that as we have been. Supply currently in the city of Cape Coral and the surrounding area, currently in the city of Punta Gorda and the surrounding area, there's 922 homes available. It's a year-over-year increase of 23.4%, which is a pretty high increase. Now, last spring we were increasing quite a bit higher than that, so at 23%, that's starting to level out. However, we did have a lot of people put the homes on the market this year, and there's many different factors for that. And some of it could be the storms that went through this last year. Some people are tired of the storms here in the area. They're a little concerned, and so they're ready to sell and move on out of the state of Florida. But with every person that moves out, there seems to be 2 or 3 people ready to move right in. And with the storms, it's just a matter of knowing your location, understanding how insurance and taxes work, and then making the appropriate preparations in quarter. If there is a storm coming your way, you want to make sure that you're prepared for that. And so we help our buyers understand the different aspects of it, understand flood zones, elevations, and things of that nature. But demand, population is currently estimated at 212,000 in Charlotte County. In the next 5 years, we're expected to jump to 250,000 residents. That's huge. It keeps growing and growing, and it's often considered one of the fastest growing areas here in the United States and, of course, the state of Florida. We're seeing lots of growth going on. We're seeing lots of building going on. I focus a lot on the Burnt Store Road area in near I-75 in Tucker's Grade, Tropical Golf Acres, and I'm seeing a lot of growth going on over there. They're building thousands and thousands of houses in the next few years. So if you're looking for a great opportunity, right now is the starting phase of a lot of that new construction, and we do have a lot of great opportunities there. So check out my video on new construction and the benefits of having an agent help you with that process. Is now the time to buy? This is a great question. If you've been sitting on the sidelines for the last couple of years, you've been saying, I'm waiting for interest rates to go down, I'm waiting for the election to be over. Well, we're getting there. The election's gone, interest rates have dropped a little bit where they were over a year ago, and there's a lot of opportunity as far as inventory goes. So right now we have many options. Buyer confidence is up. We are seeing more and more buyers come into the area. What that means for you is if more and more buyers keep continuing, we will start to see prices increase. I'm expecting an increase to about 3% by the end of the year. But right now you have a ton of options. This is more inventory than we've had on the market maybe in forever at 922 homes currently available. So that gives you a lot of options, a lot of choices to pick from, and some negotiation power as well. It's currently a buyer's market. With over 7 months of inventory available, you have the option to go in and find the house that you want. Interest rates are rising right now just a bit. We've been watching that the last couple of months. What's going to happen once we get into February, I'm not exactly sure, but hopefully we will see them come down quite a bit over the course of the year and once we get into the summer months. But right now is the opportunity to take advantage of low prices and not to be so concerned with the interest rate. And on that note, if you're looking to buy a brand new construction property, there are actually builders giving incentives towards closing costs, plus giving you money to help pay down that rate. I just closed on one last month in Punta Gorda, and they got a 4.875% 30-year fixed rate, plus $10,000 in closing costs. That's huge. So if the interest rate's your concern, let's buy you a new house and get you a great rate. That's the best opportunity there. Buyer broker agreement. Now, as you're aware, or you may not be aware, the National Association of Realtors changed their policies and how they do business on August 17th of last year. And now, before a realtor can show you a house, you're required to sign a buyer broker agreement or a showing agreement with them. Now, don't get confused. A lot of folks are watching the news and they're thinking, oh no, now I got to start paying my agent a commission, whereas a seller was paying that before. However, it's not really working that way. My buyers are not paying that at closing. Typically, the seller is still paying that. We negotiate that to find the best options for you. But don't be afraid to work with an agent, especially myself, because I will walk you through the process. And at the end of the day, I understand that you have a lot of other expenses, such as the down payment, insurance, taxes, and things like that, that you don't need to be coming up with that other amount of money. So I've got ways to work around that. And especially if we're working with new construction, the builders are paying for that. If we're working with resale, more than likely the sellers are paying for that as well. But we'll chat about that and I'll help you understand how that works and make sure that your interests are protected. So is now the time to sell? Buyer confidence is up. This is great for sellers. Right now, there's a lot of inventory on there, so you do need to be competitive. If you're going to sell right now, you've got to make sure that your house is up to speed. You need to make sure you're working with a great realtor that understands the market and does some exceptional marketing, whether it's through YouTube, Facebook, Realtor.com, Zillow, all kinds of different opportunities there, but they may be doing some excellent marketing for you, great photos, videos, things like that in order to get that home sold and to put it in front of as many people as possible. But now's the season. People are here. People are coming in. They're looking for homes. They're ready to go. They're tired of sitting in the cold. They're tired of sitting in the sidelines. It's a second home market over the next few months. Folks are coming down. They're looking for some great properties where they can spend their winters away from the cold in the north. And sellers are attracting buyers. So you got to be very good about attracting those buyers. You have to work with a great agent that understands how to attract buyers right now. And one of the key areas is, and what we're seeing, like we just talked about, sellers are typically still paying the buyer's agent's compensation. It's just done a little bit differently, and the paperwork's done a little bit differently. Not a lot's changed on that respect. So if you are looking to sell, we've got a lot of different tips and tricks on how to attract the most amount of buyers to your home. So feel free to reach out to us and we'll cover that in depth. All right. Thank you for watching this market update for the city of Punta Gorda here in January 2025. A lot of great information that we just went over. Now, if you are thinking about buying, selling, relocating, or investing here in the area, I'd love to chat with you. We can put together a strategy to help you get your goals accomplished. My name is Barry Cessna, your Punta Gorda real estate agent, and I can't wait to chat with you, making realty dreams a reality here in Punta Gorda.